Welcome back to hell, aka this YouTube channel. Today we're going to do the ultimate tier list that I don't actually think anybody else has done this year. We are going to do a tier list of every possible team that can go 0-17 this season. But before we get into that, I just want to point this out really fast. Big shout out to YouTube for deciding to blow up its entire platform by putting out the stupidest rule of all time. I believe it went into effect August 13th, so it's already been like a couple weeks, but basically they're going to use AI to determine whether or not somebody is under the age of 18 based on their viewing history. Doesn't matter what you set your age on your Google account when you had to make an account on YouTube, they're just going to look at your viewing history and determine if you're an 18-year-old or not. That's fucking stupid. However, luckily for you guys, if you're watching this video, you won't get deemed as a minor, because none of my videos are family friendly. None of these videos are set to kid friendly, made for kids. And if you don't believe me, here's my proof. Fuck you. So you might be asking, well, how do you determine if a team's going to go 0-17? After all, no team has actually gone 0-17. Well, what you simply do is you look at history. What are the only two teams in NFL history to go 0-16? That would be my favorite team, because of course, the Detroit Lions, the 2008 Detroit Lions, and the 2017 Cleveland Browns. They both went 0-17. Truly incredible. Now, what do these two teams have in common, other than going 0-16? They both went 4-0 in the preseason that year. Really weird. Yeah, the 2017 Browns went 4-0 in the preseason, and the Detroit Lions also went 4-0 in the preseason. So, it's safe to assume that if you went undefeated in the preseason, there's at least a chance you could go winless in that same season. Now, I'm not saying every single team who went undefeated in the preseason ended up going winless that season. I'm just saying it seems like every single team that has gone winless went undefeated in the preseason. Big difference. You know what? I want to give a big shout out to my favorite team, the Detroit Lions. So everybody knows they went not undefeated. Quite the opposite. They went winless in 2008. But they also went winless in 1942, making them the only team in NFL history to have two separate winless seasons. I just want one ring in my lifetime. That's all I fucking want, dude. Anyways, enough bullshit. Let's jump in the video. There's only three tiers, so this is going to be pretty simple. We got the top tier, which is possible. There is a possible chance this team could go 0-17 this year. There's the second tier, 50-50. There's a chance it might happen, and there's a chance it might not happen. You know, it's kind of in between. And then at the absolute bottom, we got absolutely fucking not. All right, pretty simple. Let's jump right into this. First team up, we got the Miami Dolphins. I think this is a good 50-50 team. This team is kind of a clown show. I don't know how else to put it. Like, they're not incompetent enough to go 0-17. I don't believe that. But would it surprise me? No, not really. No, not really. You know what? Fuck it. I think that's a better name for this tier list. You know, these are the teams that wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think they will. Let's just say that. Yeah, again, I think they still got enough talent, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think the Mike McDaniel's coaching tenure, it's a bit of a fucking mess. It's not that good, and I think the team has gotten every year slowly worse and worse. I don't trust it anymore. If Tua goes down with an injury, which again, wouldn't surprise me. They throw in a backup quarterback for a long time. They can't get the ball rolling. And their division is getting better, too. That's the other thing. Okay, I think the Patriots are going to be really good this year. Obviously, the Bills. And I mean, maybe even the Jets are good this year. Probably not, but you never know. So, you know what? Wouldn't surprise me. Don't think it's going to happen. Next up, we got the Bears. So the logical answer is, you know, wouldn't surprise me. But there's a part of my heart that's saying, yeah, this is very possible. Very possible. We're talking about the Bears here. Logic and does not make sense for this team. However, I'm just going to put them in here because I really think, you know, if they could win as many games as they did with Matt Eberflus last year, there's no fucking reason they shouldn't go winless this season, but you never know. But yeah, it's possible. Again, it's the Bears. But that's a big point. We got to emphasize it's the Bears we're talking about. The division's brutal. Lions are still going to be good. Packers should be pretty good. The Vikings, if J.J. McCarthy is him, could be really fucking good this year. So, I mean, that's a very real possibility that the division is still just as good as last year. Maybe not just as good, but, you know, still a fucking nightmare of a division. I think the Bears are still the worst team in the division. Just just for this year for sure. Ben Johnson, first-year head coach. First-year head coaches usually tend to struggle, so there is that. I'm still kind of on the fence about Caleb Williams. I think he's really good. I do, but I can't say for certain that he's... I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence. He should still be pretty good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the Bears. It would not shock me if they somehow found a way to go 0-17. It would not shock me. Next up, we got the Ravens, and this is why we have this tier right here. Yeah, absolutely fucking not. Do you know how much of a fucking moron you'd have to be as a head coach to somehow find a way to go 0-17 with this team, this roster, with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, fucking... Dude, I don't even know. From top to bottom, that team is so fucking stacked. There is absolutely no reason this team shouldn't go undefeated. I mean, the fact they have to play the Browns twice a year, there's no fucking reason. No reason whatsoever. I don't think there's really much more to add to that. It just, if this team found a way to go 0-17, I don't even know. Like, that would be the most 2025 shit of all time. This year's been fucked, dude. This year's been fucked. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns. Oh, yeah. The Cleveland Browns would be the team to find a way to go 0-17 right after going 0-16. Absolutely, they would find a way to do it. You see, the Cleveland Browns, this is how I like to imagine it. All right, they were pissed that they weren't the first team to go 0-16, so they're going to make a point by becoming the first team to go 0-17. Yeah, it totally wouldn't shock me at all. Let me give you some other reasons other than the fact it's the Browns. Their quarterback room is a fucking joke. It's a joke, all right? At this point, it is now Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's the starter, but I believe Joe Flacco is the oldest quarterback in the NFL. I think he's even older than Aaron Rodgers. Very good chance that he's cooked. I mean, he was still pretty good when he last played for the Browns, which wasn't too long ago, but, I mean, at some point, like, you know, you're cooked, dude. You're just so fucking old. And at the same time, maybe even more realistic than that is maybe he gets injured. It's very possible. Then they're going to throw in Dylan Gabriel. I don't think he's that good. And then they got Shedeur Sanders, who I think just needs more time to develop. There's a very good chance this team is fucked. I think their offense is a complete mess. I don't think they really have any offensive weapons. Their defense is kind of solid. Kinda. They play in kind of a brutal division. They got to play this team twice a year. The Steelers might be good with Aaron Rodgers. The Bengals and, you know, Joe Burrow's offense. I mean, that could be a bitch to deal with. I mean, it's very possible. Very, very possible. Would not be surprised. Now we got the Denver Broncos. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't. Now, if this was a couple years ago with the Russell Wilson Broncos, oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But this is a whole different team. I don't see a situation where they do that. They looked really good last year. You know, Sean Payton. It's just like, I don't even fucking see it. I really don't. I mean, the AFC's stacked. They play in a pretty brutal division with the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders. I mean, I actually think they're gonna win the division this year. I do. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see a reality where that happens. And lastly, we got the Giants. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they got a chance. So here's the thing. The Giants have the hardest schedule in the NFL, and it's not even remotely close. Like, it's not close at all. Like, at all. Like, you can just straight up type it in, and it's, like, unanimous. All right, the New York Giants have the hardest schedule of the 2025 season. The combined winning percentage of the teams they have to play is almost 60%. Let's just take a deep dive on this, all right? First game, Washington. Second game, Dallas, which is actually, I think, kind of a winnable game. Kansas City, Chargers. Yikes. Now, I will say this. There's a very good chance they start off the year 0-4. This is the game we got to look out for at New Orleans. If they lose this game, it's very possible they go 0-17 after this. Because then they got to play Philly, Denver, Philly again. Holy shit. The 49ers, which I think the 49ers are cooked, but I don't think they're that cooked. The Bears, they should be able to beat the Giants. The Packers, the Lions, New England's much better. Commanders again, Minnesota. If J.J. McCarthy is even a decent quarterback, and with Kevin O'Connell, he should be at the very least, that should be a win for Minnesota. Vegas with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith and Dallas again. It's very, very possible. Yeah. So yeah. This is where I got the 6 undefeated preseason teams. Which ones do you think have the biggest chance of going winless this year? Probably the Browns. You'd think it's the Giants, but I think the Giants are actually a good football team. It's probably the Browns.